All right, we are live on the Reignite Your Finances page, on my Facebook page, and in my Facebook group, I Dream of Financial Success. And we're about to be live on and on Miss Yvonne Brown's personal page as well. So you guys share. Today we have a candid conversation as we prep for the Reignite Your Finances virtual summit. So we need you guys to get in there and register, but we're just going to talk about one of the topics that we are that will be at a virtual conference, and we'll be bringing on those speakers. They're coming soon. And so we just wanted to talk with you all about it today. All right, Miss Yvonne, if you'll introduce yourself.
Hey, everybody out there in virtual land, queens and kings. My name is Yvonne Brown. I am the financial coach for Affirm and Pursue. I am an author and I am a speaker. And I just love helping queens to soar in their finances, helping them to crush debt, helping them to budget with intention, and knowing the importance of having more than one income stream. Because I believe when they know who they are and whose they are daughters of the Most High, that they can show up and make intentional decisions as it relates to their money matters. And so I'm elated to be here tonight. I'm a little tired, but I'm pushing through because this is a movement and we got to get the word out to the masses of how important it is to show up for your financial matters.
Amen. Preach that thing, because it definitely is. And I'm Rasheda Roberts here with Target Financial, author, speaker, educator, above anything else, educator and financial coach. And my journey here has not been easy. It's been rough, but I'm here to help single men and women and educators crush debt and really start living and moving towards a debt-free lifestyle so that we can all become financially independent. So this year, my mission is to help at least 100 people start that journey, whether it's with me personally or if it was inspired by me as well through this conference, through this summit. Okay. And so definitely I can't wait, because I know the weight and the pressure of just regular life, but when the finances aren't right, that yoke is so heavy. And so that's, one of the reasons why we wanted to do this virtual summit as well. And so we're just going to dive right in. Our topic today is, are you using protection? Are you using protection? If not, it's costing you.
It's costing. It's costing. When I think back to our live yesterday, Rasheda, I think I'm glad we're extending the conversation today. We talked to the financial expert, Misha Green, about insurance. And that's what we're talking about, right? And how important it is to be packaged in a financial plan. A lot of us may not know why that's important. And if I can just be honest, when I was younger, I lost my dad, my biological dad, and my parents were young parents. They started having the little ones early, so they didn't really they didn't have those conversations, right, with anyone else about that. And when he passed, we didn't have insurance, and it was 5 little girls that my mom was left to raise without the security of what we know insurance can bring. And my mom was a stay-at-home mom at the time, and my father was the sole provider. So it was very rough. And I remember her having to leave us at times, because she had to go to work and everything like that. But it's not something that I don't think a lot of people consider or know about, or if they know about, they don't have the right insurance or insurance levels packaged into their financial plan. And so I'm grateful that we're extending this conversation over today to talk about that as one of the key components that people need to consider. Yeah, paying off debt, absolutely is important. Why? Because if someone, hey Carol Queen, how you doing? Because if someone who is the sole provider for your household passes and you have a great amount of debt, you don't have insurance, that yoke that Rasheda was just talking about can be very heavy. And that was the case for our family many years ago. And so I'm grateful that one of the things that when I was old enough to know better, and I started adulting, I got the insurance, through my job. My job actually offered me insurance through, the group policies that they have, and they paid for that. And I had insurance, and I understood why that was important, right? And so how many of you out there may not know the importance of why you need to have that packaged into your financial plan, especially if you are the sole income earner in your family. And I know we don't like to talk about the estate part of it. We don't like to have those conversations. I get it, guys. I know it's not pretty. It's not a conversation that you want to have, but these matters are important. These matters are important because it's rough. It's rough when you have family members that are already grieving, right? But then they have the stress of trying to properly take care of financial matters. Even more so, on top of that is a weight that you don't want them to carry. So it's important that we talk about insurance here tonight. So what are some of the questions that we have, Rasheda, that we want to talk through?
I mean, you just laid out, a huge issue just in your personal life. Like, if we could just interview, I mean, I wonder what that was like for your mom, to deal with, like the stress of it, having kids, and then, being left with nothing, that, and a lot of times, if we just think about it, the cost that we put in would be so much great. Well, it's not even comparable to the value that you would get if you would just invest and be consistent on that matter. And so, it's and when we only know what we know, right?
Yeah.
So until we know, that's the only when we can do better. And so, there's no blame to put, on anyone, because a lot of times we just don't know. We're not literate in these things. And then the history of insurance in America when it comes to our community is tainted because, false policies and things like that. And so definitely. So some of the things that, I want people to think about is, anything can happen at any time. Something has happened to you, or people And here's the thing is that it's a trickling effect, right? So when I don't get it, now my problem becomes a lot of other people's problems, right?
Yes.
I need to put in a GoFundMe, or I need to pay my rent, or whatever it is. When we don't take care of our problems, now they're put on other people. They're put on society. They're put on people you don't even know, because you got to ask because you need it. And so, and a lot of times that's who's going to bear that weight. Most of the time it's the people around us, right? And it doesn't take away from you if you have to beg and plead for anything. Like, don't let that diminish your value. But at the same time, there are steps that could have been taken in order to avoid that. And so that's one of the things that I really looked at this past year was, hiking my insurance because of the COVID. And so, but a lot of times we think of it as an expense. We say it's an expense. But here's some just questions just to throw out there. How many times are we left with the baggage that our loved ones leave behind? You just talked about that. How many times are we scrambling to scrape up a little change to pay for a large expense because we don't have insurance? You don't have auto insurance. You don't have homeowners insurance, and I know people have different opinions on, those. You have to decide what it is, if you want to live cash and use your emergency fund, but you have to have some form of insurance. If you don't have insurance, do you have money to back it? Like, do you have the money to back it? That's just different. I know they're wealthy people. They may not need insurance because they have the
cash,
the cash to fuel that, but they have other types insurances to actually protect their estates, and so we have to think about that. Are you prepared for your next emergency? Just think about that right now. Are you prepared for your next emergency? So how long are we going to pass up on surgery or other health needs because we can't afford it? How long? Like, so my overall, what tragedy will it take you to move?
Yeah.
What is it gonna, and that's the sad part. What tragedy is it gonna take to move you? Hopefully not a tragedy. So yeah, that's why we're here tonight, just to have a candid conversations surrounding some of those, things that we talk about with the insurance and being covered. So even just for myself, I'm just, I had to think about when I was doing my benefits for work. I was like, if I tap out, what's going to happen to my family? I don't have kids, but provided there are other people that live with me, and I want to make sure that they're set up for the best, the best. And so I actually started a document with like all my passwords and, different things like who's going to get what. I made sure my beneficiaries were updated, because here's the thing. The cool part about insurance is that you don't have to end up in probate court, because it's directly going to go to the
person that you listed. Yep.
Mm-hmm. So just doing that is awesome, because boom, you take the court out of it. But those other things will get in there, but the insurance part, you can directly affect your family's their financial situation directly, immediately, almost immediately, as long as there's not like some weird stuff surrounding your death, right? So it's just, and we're thinking about it just as a safeguard, but how about we change our mindset and think about it as a wealth builder?
Yeah. They're the wealthy is using it as a wealth builder. I mean, that's a strategy that we're not going to talk about tonight, but they are leveraging insurance policies to build wealth, to accelerate the money, their savings, the investments. It's a powerful concept that a lot of us are not exposed to because we're not in the right circles or, connected to the right folk. But are you ready for your next emergency? Yes, Carol, it is a powerful question, because I want people to consider you're gone, right? And you left nothing. And now your debts, everything is just like, what are we doing here? And with Rasheda, what you just said, I don't have children either. But I'm not leaving stress to my family, because I know there's a cost to stress. It's a silent killer. And if I can get my affairs in order, I'm definitely going to do that, so that I don't have to. That's one less thing that they have to worry about. I made sure that my beneficiaries are documented. And guys, these are things that we're talking about insurance, but your financial plan, if you have one, you should be checking that stuff often, like especially at the beginning of the year, every quarter, making sure you don't have to make changes. You should really be doing a pulse check on the paperwork. If you need to change some things, if you want to shift somebody out, add somebody into your like these are things that you need to be doing anyway, the same way that you would be doing with a budget, right? Making sure that everything on the budget aligns with what you want to allocate funds for. It is the same thing with this part of the financial plan. You need to make sure that you have those things in order. The same thing with a will. Do you have that power? I know we're not talking about that tonight, but these are things that's all packaged together and should be solidified while you have breath today. Sorry to say it like that, but this is real talk, right? So that your family, they don't have to worry about it. And Rasheda, I love your tip there of what you're doing, writing down your passwords and all of that. That is something that I need to do. I didn't think of, but that's something that we all need to do, because I know I have a lot of passwords to a lot of different accounts. And the one thing that I have done recently is I make sure that I need people on my bank accounts. I pick one or two people that I'm assigning, that to, so that they have access to that as well. But the one thing I did not do is the other accounts, and that's something that I plan to do. So look, guys, look at what's going on in your financial package. We're not here to tell you about the different types of insurances, because listen, everyone's situation is different, and I'm not licensed to do so. But what I will tell you is that, be educated when you go to the table to talk to an agent. Make sure that you're asking a lot of questions. Make sure that you're getting enough coverage for you in your situation, and make sure that you have beneficiaries tied to that policy, so that if something should happen, everything is covered. So yeah, but no, breaking up, testing. Can you hear me now? Yeah, so just make sure that you have all of those things tied up, because you do not want to leave anything to chance. You do not want to leave that burden on your family members.
Yep, that's right.
So let's see if we got any comments from anybody.
Well,
in the virtual space.
Carol gonna stop baking and cooking over there, because she's definitely making moves when it comes to here it is, to her finances. I'm watching
Yes,
you, Carol. You have to come on over to the financial coaching space, because she is doing the work every day. Look, I was looking at her post. I was like, hold on, I need to copy and paste Miss Carol's post, because obviously she has leveled up way, like my post look like. I'm like, okay, girl, you need to get your whole financial life together on this Facebook, on social media, because Miss Carol is she's educating y'all out there. So
that's right. She's being very intentional. She got her side businesses going. Like she said, she has some projects. She has her accounts. I know she went to see her estate planner recently. Amazing, queen. Amazing.
I'm gonna have to get her on one knee and knight her. I'm gonna knight you with my little thing. This is what I used at school. I'm gonna knight you. And here, Carol Craven, I hereby announce that you are the next financial coach. Okay. Because she definitely does. And I love all the work that she's putting in and the transparency that she has on her plight. And I know she's going to be here at Reignite.
Yes, she is.
We need a theme song. We need a theme song. We need a theme song. I got somebody for that. But yes, she's coming to our Reignite Your Finances virtual summit. But it's definitely great to see people out here making moves and actually doing it. And, you can do that too. You don't feel like just because somebody's further. Yvonne has paid off over $60,000 in debt. I'm at a little over 20,000. And so guess what? I'm cool with that. Her journey is her journey.
It's different.
Right?
Different. Yep.
It's her journey. If you can't get in at the insurance game with $200,000 coverage or whatever, get in where you can right now, and you can upgrade later. Because here's the thing, insurance is only look, everybody don't want insurance until they actually need insurance. And when you need insurance, you can't get insurance. So you need to get it now while you're breathing all the way good, right? And everything in your body is functioning the way it's supposed to. Because the good thing is, you get it, 30 days later, something happens. Guess what? Boom, you're covered. And so we have to, we have to think along those lines. The cost that you're leaving a potential cost, you're leaving potential life-changing, a life-changing path for your kids and for your family without it. I could tell you, like, if you did nothing, absent dads, fathers, and mothers, or whatever, if you did nothing, carry an insurance policy for your kids, even if you don't have a good relationship with them. Carry the insurance policy.
Yep.
Like that because it can be
Security,
life
guys. It's
changing.
security.
It
Security.
it is. It can be so life changing. I mean, I look. I don't know. That's a whole nother subject. But let me see a check come in the mail that says somebody carrying it. Hey, you were the beneficiary, and I'm like, whoop. Yes, but it's life changing, and so we do have to look at it as a wealth builder as well, and so. And a lot of times I know people think, well, they can't use it now, and it just seems like an expense. But we have to be thinking ahead. We have to think further than what we see right now. That can't be, and a lot of times when we're in the trenches, and this is why I say we have got to get our financial life together, because if they can keep you busy, you don't have time to think about the future. You're running from this job to the next job to the next job just to get a few sleeps. Look, when I was younger, boy, I was doing it. I would go from one job, I would go work a night job, then I would sleep in my car for a few hours because the night job was right around the corner from the university. And then I would go to school, and sometimes I would oversleep and be late to my class because I was sleeping in the car because I'm working. But you can't be at your greatest when that is happening. So you need to take moments where you can envision, have a dream for yourself. And this is, the Reignite Your Finances Summit. This is a time to do that, to dream big, to dream big and make some goals for yourself or your family. And just take a moment, take a moment, take a moment, take a moment tonight, take a moment and just think. Because we are going to have, we're not insurance agents or licensed, but we have people on the platform who will be talking about that. We did just talk with Misha yesterday, right? Yeah, so she was here yesterday with us, and she's one of our insurance agents that will be speaking just with even just the literacy part. Okay, not trying to sell you, because a lot of times we don't come in front of insurance until we're actually being sold to. And she's coming with literacy just to educate you and give you that knowledge about the insurance. And then we also have the other side, is how can you use insurance as a wealth builder. And so, those are the thing is that if you're informed, you don't have to make, and this is what I say, I think I say this in my book coming up, that you don't always have to make the decision right there in front of the agent, right? Because a lot of times we feel pressure to do that. Now you get to get the information, you get to think about it. So when you get in front of that person, you can ask the right questions. When you get in front of that person, you can make a more informed decision, and so, and you can be willing to, like, hey, well, you know what? Thank you. I'm going to think about it, and just step back, because you don't always have to make that decision right then there. I like to tell people, don't make emotional decisions.
Right. And you shouldn't. And you shouldn't be pressured into making a decision right there on the
Exactly.
spot either. Like that's not the way to go. Because definitely all policies are not created equal. So you want to make sure that you're getting the education, taking a step back, processing it, and then when you're ready, go in with your questions. I encourage people to do your own research. Just don't take what everyone's telling you verbatim. Go ahead and do your own research. And then when you're ready, pick up the phone and have those conversations and pick something that's good for you and your family. So guys, listen, this is just one of the many topic areas that will be expounded upon at the Reignite Virtual Summit. Just one of many. We have so many more experts who will be in the virtual space on May 2nd. And we need you guys to come on in and get the knowledge and just, change some things with your finances today, because we all know tomorrow is not promised. So go to the link there on the screen. It's you see it scrolling. It's been scrolling the entire time, but bit.ly/reignite today. And you can go ahead and get your ticket today. And I always say, listen, if you know someone who needs this information, we're going to be talking about insurance, taxes, home ownership, a plethora of topics, guys. But if you know people who need this information, hey, why don't you gift them? Gift them. Come with them. Accountability is key in this financial journey anyway. So form that relationship right there on the spot, and you guys can be great together. But yeah, so that's all that we wanted to bring to the virtual space tonight. Rasheda, did we have anything else we wanted to bless the people with? Go back and look at the questions. And I would say just reflect on the post. We left some questions for you guys to consider and think about it. And if you fall into a lot of them are no's, you definitely need to be in this conference on May 2nd, 2021.
Right. Yep. Definitely. No, I think we are good. We loved, boy, I can talk. And so no, I am no other words, I don't think, at this time. And so I just thank everybody who is watching, who will watch and just take the time. And
yes, thanks for
I
tuning in.
want to say something. God, we have people who have gifted some seats, and so we're gonna be doing those giveaways. So if that is something, I should have this ready. If I'm gonna put it in the link, I'm just gonna create a quick form. If you want to enter into the contest to get one of these free tickets, I'm gonna put the link in there and just create a quick form. Just put your name, number. That way we can put your name in our little spinner and it will choose, because we definitely want to give people the opportunity. I just talked to somebody today that couldn't come because what are they trying to do? They're trying to save money for a specific task, and hey, I can respect it. I say, hey, I'm glad I hear you doing that, but at the same time, when I think about people as well, sometimes you think people are really doing the best out here because they look good, everything's good, and they still don't have their stuff set up. So don't let appearances fool you, and here's another thing too. Don't be that person that is looking together and don't have it right, but won't actually go out and seek help and get the knowledge. Just because you get informed and just because you're here doesn't mean you're in bad shape. You might just want a little extra. I'm about to be on a panel of women who know about business finances. I'm just in the personal finances. So get the help that you need. And those of you who can gift it to somebody, come with them.
Come with them.
Don't let this journey go alone, because if anybody knows what it is to dig yourself out of a hole and dig yourself out of debt or whatever, you probably wish you would have had somebody on that journey with you. So if we can make somebody else's load lighter, do it. And so I'm so excited for this. I am so excited. I'm so excited.
We want to see you guys come on in.
Register. I put the comments in the chat, and forward this into your groups if you can, wherever. Forward
please
live.
share this.
Share it. Okay. Carol, yes. See,
someone who needs. Oh, great, Carol. Okay.
I know.
We're going to get you situated too tomorrow.
All right. So we thank everybody. Remember, go to bit.ly Reignite today, or you can also just go to events.reigniteyourfinances.com, and we are working it out. So I'm so excited. Get tuned. Tomorrow we're gonna have some of our we'll have some of our speakers, I hope, on tomorrow and next week. I know next week we'll be on the radio show on Sunday, and so we're gonna update you all and send you all that information. So stay tuned.
And tomorrow's the giveaway, right? So make sure you're registered. Make sure you're registered and locked and connected, notifications on, so that when we spin that wheel, you can either be the person who wins the free ticket or the cash prize. So that's why we're telling you guys to share this video.
Cash money.
Bring somebody in on this so that they can, who doesn't want cash money, right?
Exactly. Somebody about to get a whole free.
Yes. We're going live in the evening. I believe it's 6:30 or 7:30, but you guys just stay locked. Just make sure you're connected. You're watching out for this space to see us go live tomorrow evening.
All right. And
All right.
that is it. You know, I'm telling you, we got to get a Reignite Your Finances song. I can't. we got to. I got to find something.
You gonna find something, yeah.
Yeah,
Because we like music, y'all. We like music. We like to dance.
Something. Look, don't get me started. Don't get me started. But thank you all. We appreciate you so much. And this is, again, Rasheda Roberts with Target Financial. You can find me everywhere at Target Financial on Facebook, Instagram. But also go and like our page. Our group right now is going to be reserved for attendees, so we could go live in there, but it'll only be attendees, and we won't open that up. It'll just be for attendees. So that way we have a chance to follow up with them, with the speakers and everything, and they can ask real questions to our speakers that, you know, these are licensed professionals, financial experts who have been in their fields for years, decades, some 2 decades. And so we're giving you real people who help real people to get real results.
That's right.
And so again, go to Reignite Your Finances, look for the page and like our page, follow the page so that you can see the updates that we have coming up. And Yvonne, can you tell them where they can find you?
Yes, Yvonne Brown, Affirm and Pursue. You can find me at everything Affirm and Pursue or at Yvonne Brown Exhales on Facebook and Instagram. And I'm on Clubhouse at Yvonne Brown as well. So if you're on the Clubhouse, which we will be doing Saturday evening, we forgot to mention, yes, you guys can come on in that space for all our Clubhouse people out there and find us doing a room there as well.
All right.
We're all over.
We are every day plugging it in. All right, yes. Everyone. Thank you all for coming. We appreciate
have a good night.
So much. Good night.
Bye-bye.